how to repair a broken lateral pipe. We've got a lateral pipe here that's been snapped off. This is the laterals in the base of a sand filter. These guys actually pivot down to go flat, or obviously not past flat, otherwise they don't work, like that. And someone has been in there. When you're doing a sand change, you've got to be very, very careful of the central pipe, that you don't bend it around and reef it around, or what will happen is what's actually happened here, and it will be snapped right off, broken right off. What I'm going to do here is replace it with a new piece of 40mm PVC pipe. I've measured it and checked it, it is 40mm PVC. So we're going to burn that piece out there, just heat it up and flex it out, and then glue a new one in. I have measured up this and cut it so it's the same length as this one when it's still got that bit in there which glues in. So it's all set to go. But this is what happens if you smash the laterals off. Sometimes you do have to get the lateral set out of the filter, obviously, to repair it. This guy, it was just a matter of pivoting all these arms up and I could get it out. Sometimes it's a matter of unclipping and taking off the laterals. Sometimes they screw, but you're going to have to get this center hub out so that you can get to it and repair it. So I've got a heat gun here. I'm just going to heat that up, and then using the screwdriver and the pliers, going to flex it out and get it out, and then we'll be able to glue the new pipe in. Great, so here we go. We'll just turn on the heat gun. What we need to do is get the pipe hot, and in actual fact get the glue hot as well. And then when the glue's hot, it releases, we can get this out. Now obviously, considering what it is, you want to be very careful not to overheat it, so it's better to try and get it out and try and release it early rather than overheating it. You don't want this to go wobbly or deformed. It's going to cost the customer a lot of money if I can't get that out. Yeah, that's coming up. It's pretty soft straight away. I hope it doesn't come out bit by bit. It's an interesting type of pipe. It's not the normal 40mm PVC, it's a different type of plastic. Yeah, it's looking bit by bit. Anyway, we've got a bit of a start, so we'll get the pointy nose pliers in. This is going to be fun. Okay, I'll heat it up a bit more. So we'll keep working our way around. Definitely try and get right to the bottom to see if we can't get it to peel out. It's important to work your way to the bottom of the pipe. There we go. It's all the way through, but it's not being pretty. No, it's coming out bit by bit. This looks like this is going to be painful. Anyway, these lateral sets are really expensive, so rather than just throw it all in the bin and force the customer to buy a new one, we will do what we can. See if we can't get this out. And replace it. It's going hard again. It is a different type of plastic. That's PVC. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It's quite hard. Quite a dull sound. That's PVC, which heats out really well. This, I don't know if it's ABS or what it is, it's a much harder plastic. And as you can see, it's not being too fun. I just got to really make sure I look after this internal edge so I can glue back in there again. So I'll keep going with the heat. Yeah, now it's deforming on the outside grey, so be very careful about that. Peel that out. not looking good at all. It has to be round enough at the end for me to glue a pipe in, and down in under a sand it has to be, oh, looks better, it has to be pretty convincing. So just keep working my way around, keep working at it. What I really want to happen is for it to peel, but it's just breaking off rather than peeling, unfortunately. But it's coming out, so we'll keep going. Oh, there's one section that came out. Came out as a section. Just a bit hard on that side. Certainly ain't. Certainly isn't being fun to be with. Let's see what of that I can get out with the pliers. Oh, that's nice. It's got a, you can see the edge came up off the bottom. And that one as well. Okay, now you can see it's not round anymore. So what we need to do is get all of the white pipe out. There's a bit more there. There's a bit more glue on the top there. So to get all of that out, and then to finish off, I'll put this on the lower heat setting. This has been heating up very quickly as well. Normally when you don't put the air in direct contact with the fitting, it doesn't heat up too bad. Like you can heat up a pipe on the inside. But what I'm going to do is get the bit of pipe I'm going to repair it with and put it in there. Because, of course, it's round. So, there we go. Now I want to be able to pull it out again. So, there we go. That's what we want. It's now round, as you can see on there. That's going to fit, that's going to glue in. As a matter of fact, I'll glue that in now. I'll let it cool down a little bit, it's still too hot. But when it cools down, I'll glue that in, and then that will be repaired. We can take those laterals back and they can live to filter another day. Okay, so this has cooled off a little bit, and I'm going to glue this back in. Now, another bit of a trade tip. When you get the pipe glue, it's normally very runny and very, very thin, which is great and good for normal connections. But on a job like this, when you've got a fitting that you've heated out and maybe it's a little bit rough, you can actually benefit from a little bit thicker glue. It's more likely to fill holes and things like that. So what I do, when the tin gets a little bit old, I tend to keep it and set it aside. So I've got some thicker glue. So I'll often have a few tins of glue in my kit, and that just means that when I have need of something a bit thicker, I can access it, because the thicker glue is better in this sort of scenario. So lots of glue, both surfaces. And again, it really matters how deep I put this because it needs to be the same length. So I'm going to put a little scratch on there, my inch up, yeah, so that I can see how deep I get. It needs to be the same length as what it was before. There we go, down, give it a bit of a twist, and that, it's actually come up very, very good. That isn't going to leak, and that's not ever going to go anywhere. Very happy with that. So there's a set of laterals repaired. Put a bit of glue around the top, that'll just keep the sand out of that top area there. So there we go. So that can go back in the filter now. I've already checked that the filter head fits over the top here, over the top size, that fits perfectly. So we're all good to go. Now the last check, the one that broke off, sit that right at the bottom and you make sure that your depths are the same, so you know it's going to fit in the filter and go in place. She's all good, so we're happy.